how you can do governance if you don't know your risk. If you have latent risk that you don't know, governance is very difficult because you are taking decisions without knowing the reality, and then you have a big problem. So that's why the impact on governance is huge, because if you don't know the risk, you cannot do governance. So to be able to do these audits on TI-942 gives you a true understanding on how your infrastructure is, so you can do your governance properly. For instance, if you want to consolidate data centers, or you want to use some data centers for one use and another data centers for another use, you need to know exactly how they are the infrastructure, because if not, your governance and your use is not true, like in this case of the mechanical installation, because you think that is reliable to do concurrent maintainability and it's not. So that's why it's very important to meet the standards in order to be able to do the governance properly. And from the pandemic and COVID, as I told you before, the same. When you have a pandemic or you have a crisis situation, the risk values changes. Maybe they are low before the pandemic, but after the pandemic, they are high. For instance, cleaning, contamination in the data center. If you don't follow the technical cleaning standards like the ISO 14644, okay, and you follow the ASRAE recommendations, you will have risk. Before the pandemic, it's not so much a problem, but now with the pandemic, it's very critical, right? Contamination. So that's why standards is very good to keep it up and so mitigate the risk and avoid hidden risk.